everybody, it's Mike, and I just finished playing The Last of Us, and now I'm going to tell you how I think about it. I think it's a really awesome game. It definitely lived up to the hype that it was that it was given, and seeing how it's a new hopefully franchise under Naughty Dog, a lot of people trusted it from the start. Sorry, our guest today is Jules' brother, Jesse. He got pretty jealous last time since his brother got to star in a video. Hey, Jesse. What are you doing? Hey. Hey, I'm talking to you. Hang on one second. Okay, he didn't want to stay for that. But regardless, I mean, for those of you who don't know what the game is about, it's set in like a post sort of apocalyptic world where sort of a fungus has taken over, and now it infects people, and they turn into like these mindless monsters, and it's really intense. And the major cities like Boston are like kept under constant control to avoid outbreaks. And so a very harsh, grizzled survivor named Joel, who seems to not have a last name, what he has to do is, in agreement with someone else, he has to take a very young girl named Ellie to all across America to go to an organization called the Fireflies. Now, what the Fireflies are is that they're like a kind of a resistance group that they like operate in like the hospitals and stuff, and they believe that that Ellie, that the girl, could be the cure to the virus. Now, when I first heard that, it kind of sounded like a real big gimmick, but actually, from the method of storytelling they use, it's actually really well done, seeing how Ellie was born after the event, and so and that really does play well with the narrative, and I really like the way how they handle it. As for gameplay, I think it does not really play like Uncharted. It plays more like I said before, I Am Alive, but there's a lot more to it than that. I mean, there's not like a lot of climbing. You get to craft your own health kits and little weapons, and that was pretty cool. I just wish it could have been a little bit more expansive, like actually be able to craft things from the ground up. But what you can do is that you can craft like weapons you find lying around, like pipes and baseball bats. You can attach like shivs onto them and create like an even more powerful weapon. That's essentially what you do with it. But I like how you can also upgrade your abilities and weapons, and on top of that, you can only do this when you're like free from enemies. He just like puts his backpack down while in the middle of like wherever he is and just crafts whatever he needs to do. And you better hope that there are no enemies around when you do that. Something else is that, yeah, the enemies are very intimidating and very scary too. They go from like a couple different varieties. There's the infected who run after you, and they just try to grab and bite you. So you can just punch them or do with the weapons. And the ones that are even worse are called the clickers, where they're essentially blind from like all the fungal plates and stuff like that, but they just like use like a click sound as an echolocation. They're very good at like with the perception, and you can't punch them. Because they just like come after and bite you, and it's really intense. So what you have to do is find a much more stealthy approach. There are also human characters in the game, also other survivors who are trying to fight back, and they work in groups, and they sorry, my throat. But other than that, I mean, Joel and Ellie come across a lot of other characters in their journey, and what's really interesting is that you can actually see how much misery that this entire pandemic has caused them, and it really does make you feel like wow, I mean, what should I do here? I mean, what is the right thing to do, and how should I go about this morally? And I really think that was really impressive in the narrative that they could actually have that done. Now, I want to wrap this up. In hopes for a sequel. I mean, hell yeah, I think there's potential for a sequel. I mean, the game's ending definitely did leave that in question. But again, there is a few DLCs that are coming out for it, so maybe that will wrap things up. Hopefully not. I mean, there'll definitely probably be more games to make it a franchise on the PS4, but you never know. I guess that's all I have to say, and thank you.